It is a world of darkness. The sin of Cain has spawned the cursed horror that stalks the night in search of living blood. The kindred have long been a secret influence through all ages of human history, plotting against each other in a never-ending jihad. Their immortal progeny are among us to this day, hidden from the eyes of humanity by an elaborate masquerade.
burn it at both ends. I like the fire causing mayhem. I'm not tired, I've been waiting, I'm not forsaken. I'm my own and I'm jaded. Energy comes from my hatred. Call me the villain, cause I be killing. I got no feeling, I've been dealing with all my demons. I like to feed them, they be chilling, yet they be screaming. I can hear them in my mind, they just wanna find any fight, any reason. Dark side, there ain't no place to hide. All your fears are electrified. Welcome to the hard side, where it's all do or die. We're the shadow to the light. I can feel it in my bones. I'm addicted to the thirst. I ain't never letting go, even when it hurts. This is my curse. Have to be working to deserve it. Adrenaline is surging, ain't no serving. I'm the king, bring me everything that I've ever wanted, that I need. I believe I could be anything, watch me. Give me a second to blow, give me a second to grow. Be at the top of the show, be at the top like a pro. I flip the switch, different mode. No, they ain't laughing, no joke, cause I attack when they won't. Welcome to the dark side, there ain't no place to hide. All your fears are electrified. Welcome to the hard side, where it's all do or die. We're the shadow to the light. I can feel it in my bones. I'm addicted to the thirst. I ain't never letting go, even when it hurts. This is my curse.
Has protections, doesn't he?
I think he does. I honestly don't recall off the top of my head.
That's just what our book said, that he couldn't use auspex on Bastion while he was at our house.
I didn't know our book can use auspex.
Ben, why'd you make your character so cool?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Part of why Dahlia does not like the book. He reads minds.
He does?
Does he?
Yes.
Yes, he said some interesting things about Dahlia, and the Said Knight remembers them.
Mm-hmm.
So now that we have, we're all on the same page, as the book. So we are live. Davy Jones and Haley in the house. And yes, Haley, you guys absolutely need to come down at one point. We'll do it. We'll try to do it like around a convention or something, and then we'll all go to a con and have lunch and do the weekend or something. And then you can help us host panels, all that good stuff, because that was a lot of fun. And we're going to be doing, and just a quick plug, we're going to be doing that again at Game On Expo, which is coming up next month. So super excited about that one. If you guys get the chance to come down and hang out with us, both of the panels we did at Phoenix Fan Fusion they turned out great. I was only expecting maybe anywhere between 6 to 8 to be in there, because panels are kind of iffy. We tripled it at one point. Yeah, we had quite a few people in there for the second one, so it was really nice. Had a good turnout. The second one went over. The second panel we did, I think, went over better than the first. Had a lot of questions, and then one of those individuals from the convention was following up with me from our Lost Tribes Gaming Facebook page and asking me ideas about her Dungeons and Dragons campaign. So,
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know they had reached out. Anybody reached
so
out.
I was super stoked to
Awesome.
help out there and give her some ideas, and of course, explain a couple things too, like how hit dice work and how that matches up with levels and whatnot. Because originally, she had found a fan made mimic, and the mimic was basically called a greater mimic. It wasn't the typical one that you usually see. And this but her character levels were going to be like 1 through 3, or they were going to be low. Basically, this greater mimic would have munched on all of them. It would have been a TPK, for her first game. So I tried pointing that out some, and she's like, "Oh, okay." So it was cool. It was cool.
Side question.
Yes.
I feel like mimics have become this like big D&D meme. And like I had never actually encountered one in my short gaming experience before they became a thing. So like how often do you actually run into mimics?
Rarely.
I think they're
It depends on
in a dungeon a lot.
I mean, you could, yes, but here's
Depends on the
part
campaign.
Here's part of the problem with using a mimic. Right now, it's not a good idea to use a mimic because
you're
dungeon.
expecting it.
Yes, because the Dungeons and Dragons movie came out. It was popular enough. So people are going to be suspicious of chest. They're going to be giving that side out. That chest looks sus. And so, but that's half of the effectiveness of. Actually, that's most of the effectiveness of a mimic. And that's where it got its name, because dungeon crawling back in the day was the premium. You didn't really role play. So once you got done with whatever threat that was in the room or nearby, the thief rushed over to go pick the lock, and thief got et.
Yeah. It's like even like in Dark Souls, I feel like the mimic is like such a staple that even when people play Elden Ring, there's no mimics in it, but that doesn't stop people from slapping each chest to make sure, are you alive? Okay, good. Yeah. But then they found other ways to trap the chests, and so you're like, oh, okay, this one's safe, and then suddenly you're teleported into a hellscape.
Fun. Does somebody want to give us a recap real quick? I'm going to go turn on my air conditioner. It's getting a little balmy in here. So go ahead and take it away. Whoever's going to do it, I'll be right back.
Let's see. I can actually go ahead and do this time because I'm going to take a page from last time and use the text that I used the force that too. gonna read the sweeper report that Ben texted to Sophie.
Yep.
So, in no particular order, Revis is taking care of Seth's nightclub now, and he's making changes that'll be done in a few weeks. His people don't see any legal problems headed our way. So far, so good on fixing the breach. Seems like that's still working. Bastion was a topic of discussion. Seems pretty obvious. He's hanging out in or around Ashland and has it out for at least Flames. Revis suggested we first try having the Giovanni make contact for us and find out what it would take for him to leave Flames and the rest of us alone. That way we're not seen as all war, no diplomacy. Trudy's going to see what can be done about that. The odds of reasoning with them are pretty nil, but at least we can say we tried before we just killed the dude, if possible. We found out from Isadora that Persephone Papadopoulos was a recently deceased person, and Seth is pretty much stepping into her life. So that's how that's actually working. She's got a DJ website and everything. Seth's going to get her wallet from Izzy the following night, so she has additional details. See, everyone is moving out of the communal haven as soon as possible. And Trudy's going to have a cleaner come in and make sure that the haven's then ready for others, so there's no vampire stuff around or anything like that. A bunch of us plan on living at Seth's old place, since it's already protected and technically has plenty of room for people to live. And we checked out a storefront at Trudy's cannery building. It seems like it's a pretty decent place for us to use for Anarch meetings. So she's going to make sure that it's ready soon. Make sure it's like secure and whatnot. There you go.
That was pretty much it.
Fantastic. All right. So, with all of that being said, I think, Sophie, it's up to you.
Okay. Jerome, would the cannery be ready yet for us to meet at?
Yes.
100%
100% could be.
Would the logistics be worked out so that we could meet there without Trudy or her people?
Not yet. I was about ready to say it's been about 4 days. We'll just make it an even 5 days from the events of Blood Ties.
Okay.
So
stuff has gone on.
So we would not be able to use the cannery.
You can, but she is currently unavailable right now as she is busy.
Right.
So.
That's why I asked.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys haven't worked. You guys haven't quite worked out a method of, like having somebody on hand that can let you guys in, or, other people with the passcode or the key. So that's still in the stages, and they are currently, most of that group is actually currently busy right now.
So I will send a group text to say, let's meet at the Dragonflugel to just go over current events.
Okay. So are we all moved out of the communal haven then?
As of this point, yes. The last note we were waiting for was Haley to see whether or not Trish was going to be going with. She already responded earlier on today. So by this point, they have Jesse and Jim moved most of the stuff out of that haven because the intent was that you were going to be leaving it and selling it and put it in the group haven.
Yeah.
A couple days later, change of plans.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks, vampires. Not only are they moving all of that heavy stuff back, they're moving additional stuff from the group haven into that place. So it is a tight fit as far as that house is concerned with everybody that's there. I'm just letting you know right now. And given the sheer volume of stuff that everybody has, it's in disarray right now, even a couple days later. So it's probably going to take you guys a full week to situate everything the way you want it, in a working order, even though stuff is still going to be kind of packed.
Yeah.
Jerome, am I with them, or have I got my own place yet?
Funny you should bring that up, Sophie.
Wait, what?
Sophie.
In chat?
Yes. So
I
was actually about to get that before George asked me about his character. So you guys have at this point, it's not as secure as you would like it. You guys have basically taken a large chunk of an Airbnb and basically just said mine for the time being while you're waiting for the paperwork and everything to the actual place you've bought to go through.
Okay. And am I living with everybody still, or are we just off on our own?
You can if you'd like, or you can actually reside where Liam, Jeeves, and Eleanor are at.
Yeah, I'd rather be with them.
Okay.
If that's cool.
Still packed,
Yeah.
but essentially that's packed with all of your people.
Okay. Yeah.
So you're with your people, or are you with us?
No, he's with his people.
My people.
Okay.
Yeah.
As Sophie has sent out that text, obviously we will go over to a quick screen cut over to the house of many people who walk all over everybody just about. And speaking of which, on the inside of this place, because what I did is I went and found the actual building that Shelley had used for her Haven picture. It's actually based off of a location actually in Portland. So I've just basically taken that whole building and here because it made it easy.
Sounds expensive.
So the inside of it, because it used to be a church, the inside of it, which is basically like the living room, is basically a giant hall. It would technically be 2 stories, but there's a second level, but it was more used for like overflow for people kind of like up on, and it wasn't very big. It didn't go all the way across. So it's got about like it can sit almost maybe 2 or 3 people wide along the sides of the what would technically be the second floor, but it's all open air because again it used to be a church. Downstairs under the which is basically the first basement level, that has actually been remodeled up some where some of the extra bedrooms are at, and where Persephone had been calling her haven, so that's where her little secure nightlight area that got all Tremere stuff on it. The technical third floor really isn't a third floor. It's just basically like you go all the way to the top where a bell used to be in a like a belfry. So there's no bell there now. So really it just, you've got kind of 2 floors for little extra storage. Not a whole lot, but there's some there. Since I've got the thing here, and I think I grabbed because I know I grabbed pictures of this. Let me see if I can find it.
And she had made additions to it before moving in. She had the sub basement put in because that's where all her Tremere stuff is, and where she had the fireproofing and everything done.
Second, it's uploading a picture here, or not uploading, but opening a picture in a program I didn't want to do. Okay, so here is, I'm gonna drop screen caps from the outside of it from Google Maps, as well as the listing from when it used to be for sale, and I'm going to put that in our Facebook chat. So those of you who are there, hopefully can see it. I don't need that open. Close that. Thank you.
My beautiful home.
Obviously, the other stuff that's in there is not there. That was what was in the place for the actual listing. But that gives you a good idea of kind of like what that little neighborhood looks like, as well as the adjacent yard and the long driveway, basically, that it's now a driveway. There is no parking for the place. That's the one thing that's going to be a little awkward, so you'll have to park on the street.
Just reminded of what we do in the shadows of that building.
Yeah, with the exception of the a little bit more gothic exterior, it does kind of look that way. Good catch. Which that's starting soon.
Oh yeah, in a week.
I'm excited. I am excited. I need to go get my Hulu again for that and Justified, City Primeval. Oh, both of those back to back. So good, so good. So anyways, those of you who are at the former home of Lily, now the home of Persephone, etc. all, it's taken some getting used to having everybody here, as well as animals, and because Dozer is a big old dog. He sometimes is a little not quite as graceful as he could be in the packed confines, and so he'll occasionally knock over, like a glass, or like a cup of somebody's drink, or he'll combat tail a small stack of books, and those will accidentally get knocked over by mistake or whatnot. However, when those of you who are there are all rising for the evening, you awake and come back up to the main floor, and you see a cat sort of perched on a chair with Dozer in front, and he's like doing these types of motions with his paw, and he's getting Dozer to stand.
Is it Cuddles?
It's Cuddles, yes.
No, of course it is.
Cuddles?
And so whenever he does, his thing, like he has like a little bag of treats, he'll like smack the bag of treats, and like one of them will drop off and like fall into the chair, sort of thing. So Dozer will jump up, no, and get at a treat.
Jerome, why isn't this campaign or this like chronicle about Cuddles? Like,
don't even start.
Well, you should see all the stuff on Facebook I find for Cuddles. I have fun.
And so I'm sorry. So, what were you? Oh, she just dropped off. So I have to wait for her to come back.
How does Cuddles get? How did Cuddles get there? You guys have to find out for me. I'm not there.
For all we know, he could probably teleport. I have no idea.
Of course, yeah. What was I thinking? He's part Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
That would be the weirdest thing.
Okay, so Shelley, before you dropped, I was asking, so what were you trying to do to communicate with him? Do you have Feral Whispers?
No, all she could do is say his name.
Okay.
And ask him, how did you get here and why are you here?
So he kind of looked up as he heard his name, and so then he does one of these numbers and like catches with like two teeth. He pulls out a phone that is tucked into a little like kind of vest that he carries with him, and then he puts the vest down and you see his paw start going on the phone like he's texting. And so, and then you get a text. He says, the text says, I was paid a boon to ensure that he was trained, and so I'm teaching him appropriate mannerisms that his master might find enjoyable.
But how did you find this place?
So he kind of pauses and starts texting again, moving his paw around. And he says, that was easy. Why do you ask?
Because it's not supposed to be easy to find.
So, and he's like typing again. He says, So was there an illusion when you got followed that got broken, or I'm misunderstanding the idea behind not being able to find it? And he says, then he starts texting. He holds his paw up, starts texting some more, and he says, "Please note, I was a Tremere familiar."
We got broken into? When?
So he starts he starts looking around, and then he looks at Dozer and meows like with some authoritative meow, and Dozer's like and ducks and puts his paw down, and so then he starts typing again, and he says, Dozer doesn't know of any sort of break-in. I just got here.
I'm so confused. That's fine. It's fine. Welcome. I'm gonna go check on my mom. So she's gonna head back to the bedroom.
So he just throws up a paw and then goes back to apparently talking to Dozer.
Okay, so she's gonna go in and check on her, see how she is coming along.
She's coming along fine. She's still in bed at this point. She's still in the recovery process many days later from having to deal with all of this vampiric reconstructive surgery, for lack of a better term.
So how is this going to affect her mentally? Or am I going to need the doc again?
That is a great in-character question to ask. And luckily enough, you have somebody trained in that sort of thing.
Yeah, the doc. So I guess
I'm going to be right back.
I guess I'm going to give a call to the doc.
Okay.
So while I'm sitting there with her, I call him.
All right. So you place a call in. So Dahlia, where are you at currently? Are you're actually back with Damaris, correct, at Kyrene's?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, you got the message from Sophie letting everybody know that there was going to be a meetup. You also have plans tonight with. I don't know if you ran this by Damaris yet. You'll have to talk to her when she gets back. But Kyrene, of course, knows that tonight's the night you're supposed to be meeting Carlos.
Mm-hmm. I imagine Dahlia would have, but we'll have to see with Damaris when she gets back. I think Dahlia will say, I can come, but I can't stay the whole time, like in the text.
Okay.
And probably be driving on her way there.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
Texting and driving?
Shame on you.
Text to speech.
She sent the text and then drove.
Admonished. So Remus, you get up for the evening. You are there's 2 bedrooms in this Airbnb that you guys have basically rented for the past 2 weeks at this point. And you've overpaid a little bit to make the people happy and to potentially boot anybody else out should something run long with the other one. So it's 2 bedroom. You have one of the bedrooms which they have temporarily sealed off, like the windows in there, and blocked it up with like really thick curtains, as well as foil over the window to keep out any sort of potential light as best as possible. The other bedroom and living room is kind of doubled up on taking in shifts sort of thing, as the 3 are essentially needed and or rest.
Okay. I feel guilty. I feel bad for them having to work so hard and all that, but I try to like dote on them when I'm not doing vampire stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, aside from all the other things like running the blood bank and other things on my piano lessons.
Ah, I see. Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll text back to the group. I'll say, do I know about the new location or
About the Drachenflugel?
Yeah. Oh no, you did put it there. Okay.
Yeah, we've been there before.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say I'll be there soon, and I'll take a car out there. I think it's probably I'll ask my family to kind of take a rest while I'm out.
Okay. So you're gonna drive what?
I will take the.
Do you have van life or the creamsicle?
I'll take the creamsicle.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to a club. I'll take the creamsicle.
Okay. Are you dressing appropriate to the club, or are you dressing down, or?
I'm because this is like a goth club, right?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, it's populated by college students as well, but
okay.
So it's not like a straight goth club where only goths show up.
Okay. Well, because the
best way to put it is the way it's decorated. It would definitely look like a goth club because it's in a former church and whatnot. But it's more of an EDM club, so you're going to get people in there for raves and music and whatnot. They're going to be different. You're going to be varying styles of dress.
Okay. I'm gonna wear. I'm not gonna wear like a suit or anything, but I'll do kind of like the like a light hoodie with like a blazer over it, like something that looks kind of like a youngish person, but like has like kind of knows what they're doing.
Okay.
But yeah, dark colors. But yeah, I'm not trying to stand out, but I have to dress. I have to look. I have to show up.
All right, sounds good. And yeah. Ben.
Yeah, so since he's of course staying with Seth at her place, he'll probably walk into the main room after Seth went to check on her mom, and he's probably gonna see the cat teaching the dog, be like, "Huh, that's still going on. Still weird, but whatever. I've seen weirder, I guess." Oh, right, the text. And so then he goes ahead and says, "Be there soon." And then he goes to find Seth.
Okay. And she is currently on the phone. You get a hold of the doctor, Dr. Prester. He picks up. He ends up picking up the phone, and he says, "Hello, this is Dr. Prester."
You're muted.
Hello, doctor. This is Oh wait. You don't know me. Well, you do, but you don't.
I'm sensing an identity crisis.
Kinda, yeah. You could say that. I had to have some reconstructive surgery and a whole new ID.
I see. Is that why you're calling?
Sort of.
I did not know Dr. Prester was a fan of Justin Timberlake, but I could be mistaken. He's bringing
it was
sexy
apt
back.
Timing.
Yeah.
He's just getting with the times,
And all those Kendras don't know where it's at. Yeah.
Like, oh, they know at this point. At least the Sabat do.
Wait, are you saying that the Sabat are big Justin Timberlake fans? Because that changes my whole perspective on that group.
It's a closet like it's a guilty pleasure.
What was it? What was one of the options? I think one of the options I had was a boy band pack, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Because remember, some of them go for wild themes. Like in Montreal by Night, there is literally a pack.
Sabat pack.
Yeah, Sabat pack.
Sorry about that.
In the Sabat in Montreal by Night, there's literally a pack that goes by I forget what the name of the pack is, but I think they go by Pulp Fiction tropes.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least like that feels like kind of appropriate to the. It would be like, I don't know, just I'm just imagining like us being attacked by the Backstreet Boys, but I don't know.
It's like a little off topic, but in our podcast we have the Back Alley Boys that sing Backstreet songs.
Oh,
Are you guys discussing
That's
my
great.
ringtone?
A little bit.
Yeah.
She has impeccable timing.
All
Bless her.
right.
okay. So Persephone.
Okay. So, if I say the word Tremere, what comes to mind?
That is an interesting word. I think that's probably one that should be discussed in person.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm needing you. I was hoping to see if you could do a house call, because I'm not the only one that had the face change. She's mortal, and I'm concerned about the mental implications from having to go through this. Is there any way? How am I going to get you over here?
Well, unfortunately, right now I'm not available to take house calls. I'm actually very busy with my normal work. The soonest I could make an emergency appointment would be tomorrow night.
Okay. That'd be fine. Maybe Ben and I can just come and get you and bring you over.
All right, that would be fine.
So about what time?
Let's make it for about 10:30.
10:30? I think that would be a very good time. Thank you, Doc.
Of course. So it hangs up.
Okay. How you feeling, Mom?
She just mumbles. And then places her hand like gingerly on her face. With a sound that sounds very similar to "my face hurts."
Have you eaten yet?
She mumbles something that sounds like English, and then pats on the the little nightstand next to it, and she has crackers.
Okay. I have got to go to a meeting, but Jesse is here. So if you need anything, you got your bell. And I'll let Jesse know to listen for the bell. And that way, if you need something, he can help you out.
No, so
But
she
I will,
just kind of waves with her hand.
and I'll
she
try to get
understands what
back
you're saying.
I'll try to get back as soon as I can.
Okay.
So she'll rise, kiss her on the forehead, which I know is bandaged, leaves a little black lipstick mark, and she pretty much runs into Ben.
Oh. Hey. Oh, yeah.
Hi.
How's your mom doing?
Her face hurts. And I put a call into Doc. Then I realized he doesn't know me as Persephone. And I really didn't want to say it was Lily because Lily's supposed to be gone. So he's available tomorrow, but he's never going to find this place. So we're going to have to go pick him up and bring him over to sit with Mom.
Okay. Do you think we could bring her there, or do we have to bring Dr. Prester here?
I don't think she's ready for a lot of moving. Us moving her from one place to the next is really taking a lot out of her. But
there aren't any wards or anything here that would stop him from coming in, aren't there?
Oh, yeah, there is. Shoot.
Then we kind of
Okay,
have.
I will text him later. We're gonna have to take him off. Yeah, we're gonna have to take her there.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Well,
by the
ready
way,
for the meeting?
Jerome, what is her new name? Because she would have gotten the ID from
Oh yeah,
Isadora for both of
I'll
them.
get that to you later. It's not
Okay.
consequential right now for the game.
Okay, so yeah, we'll just have to. Yeah, we should probably get going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's set up.
Okay. Do you want to see if anybody else is, or is everybody gone?
Well, you saw the cat teaching the dog downstairs, right?
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how he found the place, but it's Cuddles and he's a breed of his own. So
Yeah, literally.
yeah,
Probably.
I'm not going to hurt my brain trying to figure it out. So,
Yeah, I haven't
yeah.
seen the others. We can take a look.
Yeah, I heard, I don't know if it was Cindy up there moving around, but I'm sure they've been trying to get their tower the way they want it since I gave them free reign to do whatever they wanted.
Yeah, gonna take a few days to get everything in its place. Everything's a minefield, but we can do it.
Yeah, we can do it. And Jesse knows how to build, so if we need to add, we can add.
That's a good point.
And it's nice that Jim's staying with Shannon, right?
No!
For the time being?
Well, he's at least helping her out for the shop. I don't think they have an arrangement where he's living there. Jerome, is Jim technically living here?
Yeah, he's here. Yeah.
Okay, so he's rooming with Jesse. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, I just didn't know, if something was going on between Jim and Shannon, or
Yeah, okay. Anyway, hey, Shrooms, you in there somewhere?
Yeah, I'm here.
Good, all right. Hey, you got the text, right? You ready to head out?
Yeah.
Sweet. Let's see if we can find Flames. See you around here, Flames?
Oh, you mean in the group haven? No.
No, they're not. I don't think. I didn't think Dahlia and I thought they were with Kyrene.
They are.
We
yes.
are.
They're with
Yes.
Kyrene. Oh, okay. Then who else with us then? Let's see. So it would just be us. Okay.
It would be just Trish and Cindy.
So then, okay.
So
Then,
Trish,
yeah,
Cindy, Jim, Jesse, Persephone, Ben, and Dozer, and the mother unit.
That's right. Okay. Then scratch that. He would then yell at, "Hey, Cindy, wherever you're at, we're gonna be out for a bit. If you need me, you can text me or call me, okay?"
And check in on my mother every once in a while, please.
You hear down from the bell tower. Okay.
All right, let's head out.
Okay. So she should be well taken care of between Jesse and Cindy. I don't have to worry about her. So, are we forgetting anything?
If we do, we'll text somebody and figure it out.
Okay, let's go.
Let's get in our car and.
Okay. So as you're leaving Persephone, you get a text.
Okay, so
it's from Cuddles.
So yeah, okay, she's reading it as she's walking towards the car.
It says, "You're forgetting your weapons." And when you look down at that, you're like, "Oh crap!"
Yeah, and she's also going like, "How the hell does he know this shit?" Ben, hold on. I realized I'm naked. And she runs back in.
He's like, I don't mind.
Grabs her size, puts them in their little seats, gets her jacket or her long jacket, trench, and it has all her knives. And she gives a kiss on the top of Kettle's head, tells him thank you. Watch Mom, watch Dozer.
Okay, so I mean, he starts to clean himself at that point.
And and she heads back out.
Okay. So back to you, Dahlia. Then before you actually head out, you might want to clarify everything with Damaris now that she's back.
Okay.
Sorry.
You're fine.
No, you're good. How many days has it been?
5.
Just quick. 5 days. Okay. I imagine that Dahlia would have told Damaris that she had found a place to move out with her boyfriend.
Oh.
Possibly.
Okay.
But that she wanted Damaris and Kyrene to meet him to make sure he was okay.
Okay.
Because, you know, our clan is very protective, especially at this time. So
Yeah. So I don't know why you're getting a boyfriend.
she's had a boyfriend since you were gone. So she needed company.
Since you were gone.
So I you filled the void. Okay. All right. That's cool. I mean, so you're gonna move in with your boyfriend. I mean, that's probably better because.
Thank you for the
I
raid,
feel like
Table
we
of
should be
Horrors.
split up.
Well, and I figured it could give you and Kyrene some more room.
Well, you're not a third wheel, so don't think that. I need to figure out what's going on at this point with Bastion, and now I've got to sell my Haven and got to find a new.
It's a lot. Anything I can do to
It is
help?
a lot. I don't know right now. I need to talk to Bastion and Sophie because I just
You're going to talk to Bastion?
Sorry, not Bastion, Ben and Sophie.
Same
I mean,
player,
I
wrong
will talk
character.
to Bastion. He'll probably kill me before I get a word out, but that's okay. Sorry. Yeah.
No, it's fine.
Same person who plays the character, technically.
Yeah.
I just at this point I'm not sure what to do about Bastion. And I just I need advice. I can't do this alone. And I haven't been. I'm not saying that like I have been doing it alone. I'm just saying that I can't deal with him without you guys. I feel responsible for him being here. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Well, you're not alone. You're Leannon.
No, I know. We're the best. But... no, I just the situationally, and just Bastion is my problem, shouldn't be the city's problem.
Well, he's my problem too. He attacked me too.
You know, speaking of which, I just when I was being interrogated, well, they just got in my head and took stuff, but they seem to be really interested in our clan, and with Bastion attacking you and then just, you know, doing all this stuff with his focus on me and you, it makes me almost feel like our clan is being targeted. Which is one of the reasons why I wanted to talk to Ben and Sophie, because I feel like that may have something to do with it.
I think it's a good idea. Do you want to drive together?
Might as well. I mean, we're going to the same place, so.
And we'll be going to the same place afterwards. So you can meet my boyfriend.
Boyfriend. That's a weird thing for me to say as one of us.
Yeah.
So the house that you guys are at, not to interrupt, the house, because you're staying at Kyrene's house here in town. This is the same place where she watched Adam at before Adam went to ground. So it's got a couple of spare bedrooms. It is kind of tight though, still with everything that's here. Her house tends to have a lot of greenery on the inside. So she has a lot of plants that she goes around to water and whatnot. So
that does not bother us at all.
Yeah. So it has its own naturey look to it on the inside. Otherwise, the interior of the house is kind of sparse for other decor, like maybe a mirror here, a painting here, a couple of decent chairs, but otherwise it was never really set up with the intention of housing a bunch of people, which is part of the problem.
Totally fine.
You guys have kind of made do as best you can on short-term notice. But as you guys are talking, Kyrene came out. She has just a basic T-shirt on and some jeans right now, and she says, "Then, if that's what you're going to do, then just text me when you get done with whatever meeting you're having, and I will meet the two of you there."
Okay.
Can do that. We'll send the address as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just be careful, Kyrene, because if you heard any of what I just said, I am concerned that we are a target. So
the thought hasn't I can't say the thought hasn't crossed my mind. I do think I concur. I just don't know to what degree or what exactly is going on. So
exactly, I don't know either. I thought it was at first just me being a defector from the Sabbat, but I feel like it's more than that at this point.
I think you were probably more a target of opportunity. Your sire
Really?
being who he is, and you being a very publicly known defector.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm sure it sticks a craw in there, whatever, to have one escape as I did. But I don't know. I just, it feels like our clan is being targeted because when I was, again, being investigated or interrogated, I should say, they were asking a lot of questions about us. So, from what I recall.
No, I understand. And if I find out I doubt that I will, but if I find out anything in the meantime, I'll let you know. But you two go to
I
whatever
understand.
fun meeting Sophie has planned for all of you, and make good
Fun.
choices.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Mama Leannon. And Dahlia laughs.
Yeah, she does ball up her fist at one point, like, you know, she's gonna give you a knuckle duster or something.
Like
here
Mama,
in
like
yeah.
why are you calling her Mama? You lady?
Yeah. Why are you calling me the mama?
Because that's what she is.
Unofficially.
Unofficially.
Okay, so then everybody at this point, Revis, anything in particular you're doing before the meeting, or just heading on out?
No, I always swing by the club.
Okay.
See check in on it, make sure I'm happy with the arrangements as they're progressing.
So far, it's fine. There is a little bit of excess trash from Burrito Alarm around the corner. Some of the people who've been working on this have been, you know, feasting on the knockoff Taco Bell. So
I don't think I'm going to worry about it at this point, unless it looks like it's suitable for, you know, a NAS to be lurking underneath.
Oh, the bags of trash? I mean, if
Yeah.
they shifted to a beast form, they could probably pull it off. And then your phone rings. Hey, you got a text. There's a meeting.
Ding, ding, ding. It's 9:30.
Well, I guess I'll be a little late.
Okay, well then everybody at this point is converging on Drachenflugel. Same setup at this point. They kind of know that you're meeting here at this point in the temporary, so the bouncers out front know respectively who you guys are and wave you in. Again, much to the consternation to the people who are waiting on the outside, like, you know, trying to get in. You guys just get waved on in as like VIP sort of thing. You come through the club. They currently have a local band playing right now by the name of Frontage. So they are they're doing some of their own original music, and they actually had recently opened for Paladin not too long ago, a couple months back. So that's probably their biggest claim to fame. They do have an album out, but otherwise they're still kind of known as a local band. There is another man, again, kind of nondescript, but not, but well dressed, very bouncer looking, standing near the meeting room door and kind of waves you respectively all in as everybody starts filtering in.
And before they get there, she's going to pull her hood up to kind of hide herself.
Okay.
She doesn't want to get noticed quite yet as her new alter ego.
Okay. I mean, all of you at this point are kind of making your way in.
Sophie's gonna blow the band a kiss on her way through if they happen to see her.
Yeah, don't they give you a wave. So I mean they're playing, but they give you a wave as you pass by.
Of course. Don't want to disturb them doing their thing.
Sure.
Okay, I guess Sophie will just get herself a drink and be waiting for everybody else.
Okay. I mean, everybody is here at this point, so I will let you take it away.
Ben, will you get me a drink before we go upstairs?
Yeah, sure.
It's not upstairs. It's on the same floor.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Before we head in.
Yeah.
Dahlia grabs a drink as well.
Okay. Presumably all from the allergen-free menu.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
So when she gets into the room, she'll take the hood off.
Okay.
Hello, Sophie.
Persephone.
Seth, please.
Seth.
I just feel really weird being called Persephone.
How's all of that transitioning going?
I don't know. I'm still trying to piece together this person's life. I mean, Isadora couldn't have chosen a more polar opposite of me. But
part of me thinks that was a joke on you.
I think Ben had a lot to do with it.
Have a bit of a twisted sense of humor. I will grant you that.
So,
why would Ben have anything to do with that?
They have bad history. You'll have to ask him.
Wait, so you think that she did that to you as a dig at him? That's pretty petty.
I mean, was it couched in the same kind of package, or was it addressed independently? I don't know.
What do you mean?
I mean, having not been there for the conversation, it's hard to say. She does have a very, she's a lot to get used to.
Yeah, I don't know if me and Isadora will ever get used to each other, but that's okay. Can't be friends with everybody. But
I mean, you look great.
This alter ego,
she did do a good job.
Yeah, she did. Ben's very happy with it.
Are you happy with it?
That was the primary concern.
I really don't have a choice. Yeah, I'm fine. I just wish she had chosen a hip hop DJ.
Well, maybe next time you get your face changed, you can be specific about the type of person you want or career that they had.
Or maybe we could just avoid future situations where you need to have your face changed.
You know. But I mean,
yeah, I don't want to go through this again.
No. In the end, it is what it is. I think that she chose well, but at least she chose interesting.
Ben thinks I should continue with the DJing, but I can't do hip hop. So I think she is going to have a soul searching revelation and stick with my goth.
Well, if you think about it, though, at least for the time being, while Ashland is a little heated. Maybe the big 180 is actually beneficial.
That's true.
Well, I need to she needs
I mean, at
to
least it's not a country DJ.
oh god. I mean,
it could be worse.
Hip hop is almost as bad, but no, I would have staked myself if it had been country.
If you were a country DJ, you could probably get a lot of work because who like how many people are looking for country DJs? There's probably just you'd be the one in the area.
I would stake myself. My eyes and ears bleed when country music is played.
Well, I've learned a little bit about, doing sound from, working on tracks with Isadora. Maybe I can help you figure out DJ stuff.
Right now, Mrs. Papadopoulos, I still can't pronounce my own last name. She needs to go on an unscheduled vacation. I thought, well, because I guess she sings. I do not sing. Oh my God, you do not want me singing. So I have got to have some kind of trauma done, I guess, to my throat.
Or just not sing and just say you're going on a vacation to Greece to celebrate your last name.
Well, no, because then I have to disappear completely. I think I'm just going to have it to where I got to somehow get the publicist to put out that I damaged my vocal cords.
Wait, were you a popular singer? Like, I don't understand. Did she pick somebody that had a crowd?
Yes.
So you're famous?
In this parts, yes.
So
wait, what is your act called? And Sophie's gonna pull out her Google.
Something hippopotamus.
What?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a hippopotamus.
Well, close enough. You have to ask Ben. I don't
you
know.
Are gonna have to live this life.
I don't even want to try to remember the name.
You're gonna have to.
Wait,
this is your life literally now.
So
hippopotamus? That's you?
That's me.
You were in Flight of the Conchords?
To your buddy.
Huh. Well, she's well known, at least as far as Portland. So
I am sure Isadora just has herself a nice, large cup of blood and giggles all night long.
Okay. So wait. Does this person? No. So the person whose life you've taken over, they clearly have some sort of following and whatever. So do you have access to this person's like social media and other accounts and stuff like that?
Kinda.
Okay, so then just put out a PSA that you're taking a break and that you're just doing some personal shit.
Yeah, I've asked Doug to kind of help me out on the website thing because he knows about us and I just didn't really want to bring somebody else in.
So were you a solo act or did you have a band?
No, she's a solo act, but she's a lot of times performed with other hip hop rapper dudes. She had rap offs, I guess is what they're called.
Do you have upcoming rap battles?
Yeah, and I'm supposed to be performing at Doug's soiree, and I hate to disappoint him.
Does he know that you can't do that? You know what? People lip sync all the time. Just do that.
Sophie, I could see why you called us together. This is totally.
This is totally.
The thing is,
where's the blood popcorn?
Sorry.
I may go ahead and continue doing the DJing. I don't know because it is a source of income, but her image is going to change. I have to be comfortable with it.
But maybe not goth. Maybe just something different. Because I mean, if people see you and Ben together, and you as a goth, even if you look disguised, I mean, they could put two and
People
two
are
together.
clever. I mean, yeah, they are human, but they can be clever, so
Yeah, well,
they'll figure it out.
Lily was not all
Just
that
give it
well
a-
known.
Just give it a little time. A few months, maybe.
And there's a knock at the door.
I will go check the door.
Okay. So the security guard, well, bouncer guy who's watching the door, he says, sorry to disturb your party, ma'am. There's an individual out here. He says he's with you, but we don't recognize him.
Does he have a name?
And so he kind of looks, he says, I'm Danny Bradovich.
Oh, God.
Danny.
Yeah, come let him in.
And he says, okay. And he said, and as he's walking by the guy, he's like, see, I done told you they know who I am. Come on now.
Good evening, Danny.
Comes walking and he says, oh, hey, how y'all doing?
Sophie will steel herself and like, I don't know, like kiss him on the cheek or something.
Oh, okay. And he's like, oh, well, shoot, I wasn't expecting that. Well, a fine howdy to you too there, Sophie. Or should I, since this is kind of an official, should I be calling you Baron?
Sophie's fine. We're semi-public.
Okay. And he says, who's the new chick with the red hair?
Persephone.
Seth.
Oh, you got a Greek here? Dang, you're a long ways off.
Yeah,
Okay.
very long ways.
She's
Danny,
imported.
this is a
Stephanie.
new addition to our
Just
area.
arrived.
Oh,
Kinda.
okay. Well, don't make me
You
know.
know-
Never mind.
So what can we do for you?
Oh, nothing. I was just in the club and I started noticing familiar faces going off in the back. I figured you guys might all be having some sort of meeting, and I thought I might mosey on over here. But then I got kind of caught up with the guard out there. I guess I'm not one of your favorites or usual types, or well, I don't know. Is it like a James Bond thing where you got to have a clearance or something?
Something like that.
I mean, yeah.
So, Danny, what were you thought you'd drop in? Generally, you have a reason. You normally just don't drop in without having some useful information to impart. I'm assuming that this time was just a similar one.
No.
No?
Same time, same place, sort of thing.
Oh, how interesting. You go use the club a lot?
Oh, this place? Oh, no. This is my first time being here, actually.
Can I?
Why
is
are
there-
you here?
Yeah, can I roll like? Can I roll like something to like see if do I believe him?
Maybe look at his aura.
Go right on
Yeah,
ahead.
I've got
Wait.
aspects.
I thought when we did Auspex, we couldn't. Are you allowing us to be
Yes,
able
I'm
to
still
tell
allowing,
truth?
yes.
Okay. Okay.
Because
Just double check.
it's been that way all the way up through Vampire, including LARP. That's actually the
Yeah.
big reason why you posted people up there with Auspex at the front door. So yes.
Yeah, literally.
All right.
She's
I don't know
gonna
what I
take
roll
her-
for this.
Expression and
No, it's
isn't it?
perception and alert awareness.
I thought it was expression.
I only have one
Empathy.
dot in aspects. Does that
Well,
matter?
empathy, yeah, empathy.
And
Perception and empathy,
no,
difficulty
7.
10.
You need 2 dots in all.
Ooh.
I need 2 dots to do that.
Yes.
Okay.
It's-
Well,
it's-
I
I mean, you could use your heightened senses to, I don't know, smell his.
well, it doesn't have
Oh,
to be
it's
aspects. Like I
slash
just like
MM.
I mean,
Like-
if you just want to try and read him, then you're going to want a wits and subterfuge check.
okay. I'll take that.
Is Ben back with the drinks?
Oh yeah,
That
he's
was
been
good
back.
Oh, okay. So she'll take her drink.
Okay.
Here you go, babe.
Difficulty 10. So I got
Oh, yeah.
0.
Okay.
Same.
Did you say
It just
difficulty-
balances out with the ones. So
Yeah.
at
Did
10
you
that's
say
close.
difficulty 10?
Yeah. So I got
If
none.
you're doing aura perception, it's difficulty 8.
Sure.
I still got
might as
none.
well.
I got nothing.
If you're well, have you got nothing? Yeah, it's just difficulty.
Yeah.
It's difficulty 6 if you're just trying to read him without any fancy powers.
Oh, really?
I'm confused. Like aura perception, I'm trying to tell if he's telling the truth.
Correct.
I got 1 success.
Oh, I still failed.
Okay.
Even-
So with 1 success, his aura looks like he's kind of curious, but he doesn't seem like he's being deceptive at all.
What do I get?
Would you get a botch?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Good times.
Your
You got a
kiss
headache.
Your kiss turned him on.
Yeah, there you go. You are there. There is a glutton of auras in the room, but for some reason, when you look at him, he looks like he's mad with lust.
Okay. I'm gonna sit like on the exact opposite side of the room.
Okay.
Come sit with me.
Okay.
All right. Well, Baron, do you want another guest in the room, or should we ask this individual to step out while we finish business?
I don't know that we have anything extremely sensitive
And
that he hasn't been involved with before.
I was going to say, they were pretty well aware of most of what was going on. We involved them in some things.
Right.
So probably might want to consider actually making sure that they're more aware of what's going on so they feel inclusive rather than exclusive.
That's a good point.
So
Perhaps-
he's like
And-
he's like looking back and forth as you guys are talking about him, and in the third person sort of thing.
Perhaps he can
Maybe we
be.
should have done that privately.
And Revis will turn on a little bit of the charm and try and make sure that Danny feels comfortable and gets him a seat.
Okay, well, I mean, he just grabs a chair, turns it around backwards, and kind of kneels down on it, almost like Riker would on the deck.
Would you like a drink, Danny? We can-
Oh no. Thank you though. No. I'm good. I'm actually trying to lay off some of the booze.
Is that right?
So why are you at this club, Danny? Do you like the music or
checking it out? I didn't know that was so suspicious to check out a club.
How's your club going?
Oh well, it ain't really a club. It's more of a bar sort of thing, hole in the wall. It's going all right. Now we only had the cops out there twice this week.
Oh, that's progress.
Oh shoot! Yeah, we had them out there 5 times last week. So yeah, I figure that's progress.
what's going on out there? Is everything okay?
He gets a lot of
it's
motorcycle
fine.
visitors.
It's fine. It's what you might call ruffians.
Oh, okay.
I forgot which MC was actually passing through and using it as a stopover. My memory's correct.
Or for you fancy types, ne'er-do-wells.
You think we're fancy here? Let's
well,
go in, Danny.
Well, shoot, Miss Sophie's fancy.
And Remus in his almost clothes.
I honestly, actually, I look way more handsome today than the last time you saw me.
Making the point, though.
Yeah, my fourth dot in appearance.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at that point, Danny would be like, well, shoot, Mr. Remus, ain't you looking dapper?
You are looking quite dapper.
Thanks. Back to what we're talking about, I guess.
Well, ain't you going courting?
No.
Oh, I figured you would.
Go for
So-
go.
Are we done with Stephanie? And is Stephanie at least
Persephone?
okay?
Seth,
yeah, Stephanie,
please,
yes.
please, Seth,
Steph.
please. Thank
now
you.
that we've accepted her into our lovely community.
All right. So really, I just wanted to kind of touch base, see how everyone's doing. If there are action items, I got a report from Ben from a couple of days ago, and sounds like there are a lot of cogs turning right now. Does anyone have anything further to report?
Revis visibly makes a noise and just looks at you.
Which reminds me, I'd like to have a word with you later.
I would think so. And we're probably pushing the limits on how long patience is going to be extended.
That wasn't cryptic.
Very.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Ask the Baroness.
I'm asking you.
You just
I'm
did.
not at liberty to say.
Well, then don't make comments like that.
Sophie?
I make any comment I please.
Yeah,
Just
well,
like you
if you're
do.
gonna be cryptic like that.
It did sound vaguely threatening.
Yeah.
You know,
Not threatening.
I'm doing aura perception.
So what's going on?
3.
Okay. 3 for your examining Revis.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, Revis, your top 3 emotions right now.
Frustrated. Bored. Patient.
Okay. I don't think he's threatening.
Cool.
I think he's just frustrated.
Yeah, we can all have, private conversations with others. I think that's fine. So,
Will that have
If
something to do
anything-
with that noise he done make? I mean, they got Pepto-Bismol for that stuff.
It's probably all that food he eats.
Oh, is that it? Are you feeling bloated, Revis?
No, it's probably the wine, though.
Oh, okay. So carbonation. Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, just to let people know, the communal haven has been cleared out. Everyone has moved to their respective places.
Okay.
Now, ain't you new to town? How would you know about no communal haven?
Well, I've been here for about a month.
Oh, no, you ain't. I'd know that.
She's bad with time. She's only been here for a few nights, and we've already got her up to speed.
Oh, well, damn.
Well, the communal haven, I think, was a good idea while everyone was new and getting their land legs. And now that folks have their own resources and they have a more familiarity with the city, I think it's fine to move out on their own. I think that's perfectly reasonable. Does anyone need help with that?
You know of any good interior designers?
Kind of, actually. There's another toreador in town called Lettice, and she's quite good with that sort of thing. I haven't seen her much lately. I think she's been spending time with Miss Trudy. But yeah, she could probably help you out with that.
I think the kitchen needs to be redone since there's more there.
Yeah, if you've got Letitia's number, Baron, willing to shoot that over, that'd be great.
I do have her phone number, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll write it down for you or text it to you.
Thank
Awesome.
you, Baron.
Oh, Sophie,
Jerome-
do you think I could get that number too?
Let me check with you or with her. Let me check with her first. She doesn't venture outside of town much, I think. So.
Oh no, it's fine. I was figuring maybe her and Ellie at least could go over some designs for inside the house.
I will ask her and have her maybe contact you.
Oh, okay.
She'll send a text to Latisse and or like give herself a reminder to text Latisse
Right.
or call
Okay.
Latisse or something. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Do we want to talk about Bastion?
We probably
need
should.
to.
Yes. But real quick, Jerome, has there been any update on her club, or sorry, the restaurant Anzio's, and the investigation or anything like that?
At this point, it has just been reopened.
Okay. Okay. So I would say then, because I know we can't, I mean, I haven't done a downtime, but I would try hard to bring customers back and advertise, spend a little bit of time to do that with it. So, but as far as like currently, I will tell you guys that Anzio's has finally been reopened. The investigation's been cleared enough that things are back. However, I still don't want to have any meetings there until things maybe settle a little bit more in that case. But
I think for your safety and Anzio's, probably should not have meetings there anymore.
No, not at any time soon, at least.
I think we need to find a place that's outside of all of our like our businesses and things like that. So when stuff goes down, it's not laying at the feet of the property owner who is a kindred.
No, that's entirely fair. That was my mistake. However, I still want to reserve Anzio's as an emergency type place,
Yeah.
For that situation. But yes, I do want to talk about Bastion. I'm honestly a bit frustrated. I don't know what to do about him anymore. He keeps coming back like a freaking cockroach, and
Has anything happened
can't.
since the crucifixion?
I don't know, Drum. Has anything happened since then? I don't think so. I figured you would have told me.
Yep.
Yeah. No, nothing since then. I feel like it's a taunt at this point.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I don't know what to do about him. I feel like I definitely am being targeted, which has led me to feel like this is my problem, not necessarily the city's.
Well, if it's your
'Cause
problem,
he's
then it's
targeting me.
our problem because we stick
He's
together.
a big problem.
What
I don't know.
what defenses have you had on your haven?
Well, I'm gonna have to sell that and find a new place, which is another point of contention. But
Let's see if we can figure.
I don't think he was able to get in because I had the Ward versus Vampires on there,
you got in,
as well
you got
as
it before, though, right? I mean,
I didn't have it on there before.
oh, you didn't. Before.
That was a recent addition. So when he did the crucifixion in the yard, I don't believe he was able to get inside the house. I mean, as far as I know, and that particular ward is extremely effective.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure our book would have said if he'd gotten in.
Sure.
True. As well. Yeah, he's servant. But yeah, I just I don't know what to do about him. I feel like I need to call him out. I at this point I either need to go away and not bring this problem to you guys anymore, or I need to.
Do you think he would stop
do a standoff? I don't know.
If you left town?
I think he would continue chasing me.
There is always Isadora.
But it wouldn't be your guys' issue.
What?
Isadora has been tapped a lot recently.
What about Isadora?
May not be the best thing to.
Well, change her looks.
But is
that's not going to change who I am, though. Yeah,
really?
if he knows how to track, yeah, it's not going to matter. Look, yeah, I get the irony here of you saying that. However, you don't have a very experienced black hand vampire coming after you.
No, not a black hand.
Is there a way to hide the haven itself?
Yes.
I don't think there's a way to hide it per se, but there's a ritual called, I think, Consecrate the Grove or something similar that basically wards off anything that would come around it.
There's also a ritual that will make it hard to find.
Do you know that ritual?
Mm-hmm. I used it on my,
what is it called?
My own.
If you don't mind me asking. Fear the Crone's Lair?
No, it's a Tremere. It's a Jerome, which one is it?
Go look it up.
It's either Defense of Sacred. No, maybe it's. I think it's Dedicate to Chantry. I think.
Well, if you're talking about putting more protection on the place she's already got, Bastion knows where it's at already.
I'm thinking if there's a way that we can move her somewhere else and then hide that place so that he can't find it. The kind of, I mean, my home has some kind of counter magic on it, so it's very difficult to find, and a lot of magic doesn't work.
Counter magic, though, is that from Colin?
Yes. Is there something similar that vampires do?
I don't know if there is. Would he be willing to do something like that on my new place? Because at this point, I have no choice.
You can ask
I don't even know where to go. I mean, I feel like any new place that I get at this point is just going to be compromised eventually.
You haven't even been there for very long.
No, I just bought the place like not even a year ago.
I'd invite you to stay with us, but
no, I'm with Kyrene at the moment, but that's only temporary. I cannot realistically stay at her place because I also feel like that would bring danger to her place.
And it's kind of small.
And it's, well, I mean, it's comfortable. It's green, which I appreciate. So, you know.
I'm gonna text Colin and say, would it be feasible to counterspell Damaris's house?
Well, a new place whenever I find that.
Do we know exactly what what beef he has with you?
I don't know. I feel like he was sick on me from just the Sabbat in general.
By upper management.
I also have a fairly well-known sire and grandsire.
Do you think they have beef with
they could. It also would be a good opportunity for them to piss them off by getting rid of me.
What would benefit them?
I don't know how it would benefit them. It would stick a craw in their shtick or whatever. I don't even know. I haven't figured that out yet. I just remember when I was being interrogated that they were asking a lot of questions about my clan, and so I don't know. I'm guessing it has something to do with my clan, and I don't know.
Have you contacted your sire about this at all? Is there something like? Because if they're still kind of in the same...
Not recently.
There might be something that
they
know.
Though.
yeah, they might have a different perspective on it that you, as in somebody outside of that sphere, probably isn't. Because I mean, you would think that this guy would learn, like, oh, this is the one who keeps getting away. Like, probably just leave her alone. But if there's some other reason why they're sending people after you, maybe they have a different perspective.
I don't know. Maybe they're. I mean, I'm a pretty okay, and I'm not exactly proud to say this, but I'm a pretty well-known defector of the Sabbat, unfortunately. And because of that, it links me to obviously who my sire is, who is also well known. So unfortunately, I have some pretty well-known connections, and people know who I am in that area. So to get rid of me would definitely be what I feel like would be
A feather
a
in their
mark
hat.
against, yeah, exactly, a feather in the cap sort of deal, and would be a bit of a blow to my sire, who is in a fairly well-known position of power within that
Flames,
sect.
when you got that place, did you get it like legally? Like, are there documents you
Yeah.
signed or something?
Not me, but there's. I mean, I had to purchase it somehow, but there are paperwork's not in my name.
So
Well,
you use somebody else to like make that happen for you?
Yeah.
Because you might want to check them
Yeah.
out to see if they were compromised by Bastion or something. Because
Well,
how else
at
would he
this
find
point,
you?
yeah, yeah. At this point, I'm pretty much gonna sever ties with any of the locations that I purchased, aside from Anzio's, because I have to have an income at some point.
I can teach you.
But I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket anymore on that.
I can teach you the
Sorry?
ritual. I can teach you the ritual. It's dedicate the chantry. What it does is that it kind of makes your place invisible to the city. Means you don't pay bills, which is kind of nice. And it also lowers your difficulty to cast defensive spells like wards
Hmm.
and stuff like that. But it won't show up on Google Maps or anything like that. They'll have a hard time finding your property.
If he's already been there, will that
Yeah,
spell
no,
still?
no.
Well,
She's gonna
I'm
have
not
to
going to be
get a
able to
different
keep.
place.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's no way I'm
okay.
going to be able to keep my current place, so I'm going to sell it. And then I will locate
Yeah, but all
someplace
paperwork
else.
on the property just kind of disappears
Yeah.
until you take the
That still doesn't
yeah,
take care of Bastion, though. I don't know what to do about him. I just
kill him.
no. I want to kill him. No, I wouldn't normally say that. However, he's one that I would just. I think my path would be okay with getting rid of.
I'm okay with that.
And he crucified somebody in your backyard?
Did you
Mhm.
ever find out who the
Individual was that got
ones?
crucified? I didn't look it up.
Didn't want to spend the time
Nope.
looking through him, and he had almost nothing on him, like a loincloth, so it's not like he was carrying a wallet with him. We just had to dispose of him.
Right.
Speaking of which,
Out of character, real quick,
nights.
just to interject. I apologize for interrupting. Rachel, you're a little laggy. You might want to back out of the stream online.
Oh. Okay.
That'll probably help with some of your latency issues. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ben.
I was gonna say, a few nights ago, we had a meeting. Revis and Trudy were there, and Revis did come up with one possible plan, like at least a stage one, I guess, as far as having a Giovanni intermediary, see if they can find and contact Bastion and find out what he wants, if there's something that can make him go away. So Trudy's seeing if she can get some Giovanni pals to accomplish that.
So sending the Giovanni in to deal with an my problem.
So broker.
Not really deal with the problem, but yeah, like open a
Mediate
communication channel, more or
some kind
less.
of a truce.
See what he wants. Maybe we can pay him off to go away, even though we know how well that works with Sabat.
Yeah, I know, I hear you, but it's something. I think it's gonna fail like you do. So
Look, and I'm not meaning to be like super negative here, but I don't see that working out. And the reason I don't see that working out is because it's not like necessarily I don't feel like it's a personal thing with him in that I've done a slight against him personally. I think that he was put on me as a target by the Sabat, just to get rid of me or to capture me, because clearly he's got some skill with that. I don't think that trying to reason with him on that is going to stop him from still coming after me, because I feel like this was an order from a higher up.
Hey, Danny. I know you haven't been with the Sabat much, but do you know anything at all about the Black Hand?
Well, a little bit. Why?
Because that's who this Bastion guy is a member of,
Oh
apparently.
yeah. No, I'm familiar with his name. Yeah, but he's out of Arizona.
What do you know about him?
So he's out of Arizona. He's Black Hand.
That's it.
Well, no, I mean I ain't never met the guy, but I mean, well, how'd the story go? He was one of them there fellas that fought on the other side of the Civil War. See, they had some big bad called the Thracian coming around. He was rumor has it he was responsible for doing in the Camaria's inner council. And then he turned his attention to the Sabat. I again, it's ideology and politics and whatnot, and we were low man on the totem pole, so we didn't get looped into a whole lot of that. But some of them all authentic Cainites, they tend to chatter a bit when they get drunk on the blood, if you know what I mean. Anyways, so come to find out, he was one of the ones that posted up in Arizona and stopped that feller cold.
This dude's a Civil War soldier who's a.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you?
Who? Civil War.
I think he's talking about the Sabat had a civil war, and Bastion was on one side, and this other individual was on the other.
Sorry about that. No. Yeah, Sabat had a civil war. Oh, that would be like awful weird to see a Thracian in like Confederate clothing. He predates that by a bunch.
Okay, that's honestly, I was like, wait, like there were vampires in the Civil War. Interesting. Okay.
At first, I thought that too, and then I was like, probably not a Thracian.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Thank you for clarifying.
Oh no problem. But I mean that's all I know. Like I said,
can I roll like Sabat lore?
Go ahead.
Okay. Can I roll like Sabat lore to see if I know anything about the Black Hand in general, or would that be a different type of lore?
Well, no. I mean, Sabat lore would might cover some of it.
I have a Sabat lore too.
So go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll intelligence and Sabat lore difficulty 8.
5. Okay, so I'm rolling 7. So 2.
2. Okay. Well, you definitely know of their reference in the Code of Milan.
Mm-hmm.
And then you specifically know that Arizona was a pretty big hub of the Black Hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's from your personal experience.
Yeah.
Which it isn't super common. I mean, it's not uncommon to have a Black Hand occasionally in one of the domains. It is pretty uncommon to have like 5 of them.
A whole pack.
Yeah, almost a pack worth of Black Hand in one domain.
Oh,
And yeah, and when I was kidnapped and being interrogated by them, was it like 3 out of the like 5 or 6 that was from Arizona? Would I know
Just
that?
2.
Just 2. Okay. Okay.
wait, what was the third one?
Black Wallace.
Black Wallace was not Black Hand?
He's with the Sabbat Inquisition.
Oh, how does the Inquisition differ?
From the Black Hand?
Are you asking in character or out of character?
Sure.
Okay, well, I can't answer until you define.
In character.
So you just ask out loud?
So, wait, you're asking the difference between the Black Hand and the Inquisition?
Yes.
The Inquisition is more of like your, how do I say it? Almost like the Inquisition of old times. They come in and basically persecute.
Like the Astors.
Like if you are not pious enough?
Something like that. Yeah. The Inquisition types, they root out heresy. So they look for things that go directly against the word of Cain. They also look up any individuals that say they got infernalism, or them dirty Lilins.
Dirty what?
Lilins.
Yeah.
Followers of Lilith, also called Bahari or something like that.
Yeah, they're considered a heretical path.
Oh, them's a cult. You could say what it is.
Yeah.
Well, it's like just a lovely jackpot there.
Yeah, do what the Black Hands say if they have something to do with an issue.
So my next question is
be what the Code of Milan is, or what? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no.
What was your next question?
I was going to ask if we have to put this guy to the sword. Is this going to bring more of these Black Hand people to our doorstep?
That is a good question.
It would kind of be like a Camarilla Archon dying.
So yes.
So you can kind of look at it that way. Black Hand, from what I understand, are pretty elite.
They are. They are the ones that go on the covert, high profile type of missions, if you will. Yeah.
Oh, but they're also hardcore Nardists. They love Cain.
Yeah.
Hold on, they just got a hankering for Cain then.
Yeah, they're also like some of the best Nada scholars. Like it's kind of a thing in the Sabbat. So if you're like a Nada scholar, you probably got one step in with the Black Hand. They tend to like that stuff a lot.
Flames, you still got that weird parchment that had the stuff on it from the cave?
I mean, yeah, I've kept all of it.
Maybe that could be the thing that you pass off to him to say, hey, if you leave me alone and get out of Ashland forever, you get this awesome piece of Cain lore.
Memorabilia?
Memorabilia? What, you got like a Cain hat or something?
Cain hat?
No.
Like one of them banners over Six Flags?
It's... No. It's basically a relic item.
Historical artifact.
For them.
That might work, though.
I mean, do we need that for anything else? You two have had that for a bit now. Have you gotten anything from it?
I am just treasuring it as a piece of history. Like, even though I'm not with the Sabbat anymore, I still appreciate the history.
Well, hopefully you appreciate your life more.
I I do appreciate my unlife more.
Do you think?
So I mean, I'm not attached to it. It's something that belongs to the city, not me.
Could we trust him to keep his word if we did make that kind of a deal?
You'd have to work it through someone whose word is just, or whose reputation is just as sterling, so that the agreement was held to.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be
You
able
probably,
So basically, he gets called off.
Who
out of character, Jerome,
are his superiors?
would that involve a blood oath from both parties?
Do you have lore to?
No, I'm asking out of character. That's why I said out of character.
I'm not comfortable answering out of character.
Oh, okay. That's fine. That's all you need to tell me.
If you told your sire, who is like still in this stuff, that you had this item and you wanted to negotiate its return to them if it meant that they would back off and leave you, and if we could say, if this is a big deal, leave Ashland alone. Is that something?
Leave me, the Leannans, and Ashland alone?
I mean, if it's a significant piece of their religion,
it is.
I think asking
not religion, but well, I guess it could be religion, but it's part of the history. It's pretty potent.
Yeah, so we highball it and we go for, you leave Ashland alone and we'll give you this holy artifact, and you have to swear on whatever demon they dance to that they're not going to come back. If we can get them to an oath, especially over this, like, because I mean, if we give it to this guy, he's, you know, he'll go, even if he agrees to it, he could just go, okay, fine, and then another jerk
he
will
needs
show up.
the official rule of, you know, stop attacking.
Yeah,
at least I think so. Though, you know, this could turn personal for him too. Though I don't know why.
Well, but if he has the if it comes from above, you know, like he's gonna either.
Yeah, I mean, he'll have to.
Yeah. He'll face our wrath.
But I feel
or
like
he'll
if
face
he's in the
theirs.
Black Hand, it's gonna be his leader of the Black Hand that's gonna have to pass that order. Sorry, I'm not watching the stream. Can you guys still hear me okay or no?
You just came back in.
Yeah.
You're just a little delayed.
All right, I'll come out, go back in.
But I mean, I think it makes sense if we can do it that way, if it's possible. I don't like because at least from what we've experienced,
better.
Yeah, from what we've experienced, the Sabbat are not trustworthy. But if we give them something significant, we may be able to get them to leave us alone.
Get off our case.
Yeah.
It's something that's worth a shot. I can always reach out to my sire and.
Do you think that we should go through the Giovanni still, or do you think Killian would be a better representative?
Honestly, I don't think that the Giovanni should have probably been involved in this. Just because, truthfully, it's just one more thing, one more boon or whatever you have to worry about.
Okay, well, if you can ask,
I don't know. Let me try the tapestry. Sorry.
If you can ask Killian about that, he would probably be able to weigh.
Well, Killian knows that I have it, and I know that he wants it.
Good of that being an appropriate bargaining chip. So you could get feedback without.
I feel like if this were to be.
Yeah. So that's okay.
Yeah. Well, if this were to be accepted, yeah, I would want some sort of official, like binding type of oath that they'll leave us alone or something like that.
Do you have it in
At least leave you guys alone.
Do you have it in a safe place?
Well, it's at Kyrene's right now.
Okay. And Kyrene's
I had
place
to take it with everything.
Her place hasn't been compromised at all so far, right?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Okay.
All right. I'll reach out to Killian, see what he may say, if anything.
Definitely keep us posted on that. Anyone else have a matter of importance for the group? Okay. I met with Marshall Rayland the other night, and he had some interesting intelligence to pass along. He said that they've heard, or they want our help with something that's for our own protection, as it were. But it's kind of a scratch each other's back kind of thing. And Sophie will take a picture out of her purse and lay it on the table. This guy's called Wacy Romanowski. He's a kindred individual who's been cited in the area. He's associated with drug trafficking, underage sex offenses, and other things. And the marshals want him. And he's been seen as far as Klamath Falls. He's good at dodging cops, even undercover ones. And we don't want him setting up shop anywhere near here. So we need to
I'm sorry, what was the name again of who?
Wacy Romanowski.
Why do they feel the locals won't take them out?
What do you mean, the locals?
We have heavily backed local gang here. He's operating in their turf.
Well, the only answer I have is that the marshals want him. So if the other gangs step in, that's no skin off my nose, except that after the way the marshals have been helping us out, I think it would be really good faith for us to be able to hand this guy over to him.
So they definitely want this person alive.
Yes.
Would that clear the boon owed to him?
It will not. I know.
Then why are we doing it?
Because he's a drug trafficker and doing awful things.
There are plenty of people that handle that. I go back to my question. Why do they want to involve us in something when we can? It may not clear the boon. It would certainly diminish it.
Because he calls himself an anarch. Marshall made it clear that it's ugly, but we do not want him here.
Oh, I agree. We don't want him here.
So,
but so far,
if we see him, if we see him and we can nab him, then that will solve a problem.
All right. So they're not asking us to go actively looking for him, is what
No.
you're telling me?
Right.
Okay. Then
Just
that's fine.
just do
keeping our
something
own.
if we see him.
Yep. I don't see a problem with that.
Okay.
I mean, that's keeping the streets clean in our own neighborhood. But I
And
thought from what you were saying, they were asking us to go out and look for him. And I was like, how would that not reduce the boon?
Right. Yeah, my bad.
gotcha.
Yes.
Ben takes out his phone and he hovers over the table and takes a picture of the photo. That way he's got it.
Yeah, you want to send that to me too, please, Ben?
Sure.
I'm
Same.
gonna get a.
I may accidentally reach out to one of my friends and see if there's more actual knowledge about him than what we've been told.
Heck,
Maybe
do that
just-
on purpose if you want. Does that
Maybe
text
just put the picture in the group text.
it? That'll work. Boop. Sends it to the group.
And so this guy, do we know does he have a clan? Like, what is his?
I was not given that information.
Okay. Have they said, like, has there been any report on, like, the kind of stuff this guy's capable of? Like, have they seen him, punching holes in walls?
Wise, I don't know. Just that he's good at dodging authorities. So I would guess some sort of auspex is likely. I don't know.
Well, I can always scry for him at some point. See if I can find him. Now that I have a name and a picture.
Just hope you
Not
don't,
on my priority list.
hope
Just
you don't get an eye full of something that you don't want to see.
Yeah.
oh, I've been there. I remember that studio
Oh, jeez.
situation. Yeah, no, it's okay. I've seen a lot over the years with scrying, so that's okay. It's always entertaining. Well, except when they're in basements and I can't see out of.
Right. How's Shannon doing, by the way?
She's doing all right. She's still recovering from the face change that has happened. It's probably going to take a little bit of time. Even though she's a ghoul, it's tough on, I guess, living flesh rather than dead flesh.
And do we have any word on the kidnappers?
I haven't looked into that yet. Ever since the whole Bastion thing came up, and we've been trying to move our stuff out of the Haven. Been busy with other things, but I can reach out to my guy, see if he can get anything. The detective, he's not in on like underhanded stuff, but anything above board, I can have him look into.
I would definitely feel more comfortable knowing that they're secure and not likely to come back out after us anytime soon.
Yeah, me too. You got anything else for us, Baron?
I think that's all I have for tonight. For the group. Remus, how are your people doing?
They're fine. Just working on getting into our place.
So many big changes.
Well, they're going to have to be made at some point.
Okay. Revis, if you have a few minutes to chat once the meeting is over. I think we are overdue.
Certainly.
Okay. Hold that thought real quick. So, question, Abby, the address that you guys had agreed to meet at, where was that specifically? Was that just some random location? Were you meeting him at his restaurant?
We never discussed it.
Okay, that's what I thought. So,
would Carlos be okay with us meeting at his restaurant?
of course.
Okay, that's where we'll meet then.
Okay. So with the meeting break, you two head off into Dahlia's car.
Yep. And I text Kyrene.
Okay. Yeah, to let her know you're on your way. Perfect. Okay.
Yep.
So you guys drive across town. You're heading closer to the airport, specifically. This is a recently revitalized part of town. As the airport has been obviously bringing in some more business, they've been trying to take certain strips in that area or the city has anyways, and remodel it so it attracts better business. In this shopping center here, there's only two. There's 5 locations that are available. 3 of them are empty. 2 of them have something in it. One is the Mexican restaurant you guys are pulling up to. Nice green plants on the outside. It has kind of a hacienda sort of look to it, so authentic. And then the other place that's adjacent to it is some coin store. To like coin, jewelry, that sort of thing. We buy gold. Up on top. The sign currently says that it's closed. But you would know that, because you've been here before, that he does that when it's for privacy concerns.
Mm-hmm.
When
they're almost there, Dahlia will voice text saying that they're really close.
Okay.
To Carlos.
Cool. He sends a thumbs up emoji and a happy face.
Mm-hmm.
And you pull up within a couple minutes. Kyrene pulls up in her car, dressed very similar to the way she was before. Just she's got her hair pulled back, just a shirt. She has a denim shirt thrown on over that, and denim jeans. She does have a pistol on her, however. So she's coming packing.
Mm-hmm.
The name of the restaurant is Bonitas.
Do you feel bonita?
Dahlia will lead them to the front door and knock.
Okay. So the door comes open, and there's an attractive Hispanic-looking man, maybe a little multicultural, but a little bit more noticeably, Hispanic. And he lets you in. He's dressed in a nice polo shirt and slacks, with those shoes that could pass for dress shoes or tennis shoes. And he, politely kisses Dahlia on the cheek, and welcomes everybody in. He says, "Welcome to my restaurant. It's the first time I've had more than 2 kindred here. So welcome."
This is Kyrene and Damaris.
Oh, she's laggy.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
And I lag again.
You were for a little bit. We can hear you.
Okay. As I shake his hand, I'm going to aura percept.
Okay.
Give him a hard stare down.
Sure. Ooh.
Just because I don't know what he is.
That is fine.
I really don't, because Colin is human and all that, so I don't even know anymore. All right. So sorry, aura perception is perception and empathy.
Perception and empathy, difficulty 8.
Okay.
Check how many abs he has.
Yeah. Is that a theme? So 4 empathy. Okay, so 7.
I do think
difficulty what?
Difficulty 8. I do think
8.
we should do bingo.
Cool. 2, 4, 5.
Wow.
Yeah, because my 10s are going to explode.
Sure. Okay. So you pick up that he is, he has a pale aura.
Yep.
You also pick up that he is happy, as well as a little nervous.
Mm-hmm. The family, I get it.
Yep.
Okay.
And eager.
Okay. Cool. All right, I'm gonna look to Dahlia and just be like, so what's up? So far so good.
Well, Kyrene's here, said that he needed Leanne approval before I could move in with him.
Oh, that's right. You wanted to move in with him.
Yeah, and he says, I know it seems a little sudden with everything that's happened here recently, but Dahlia had expressed that it's a little cramped. And I thought, I mean, I've got a house all by myself, with Astro. But I mean, she'd be more than welcome. She's still in town. You have her number. She's not far.
I mean, I'm not her parent or her sire. Technically, so she can move in wherever she wants. Wait, hold on. Scratch it out of character. Am I her sire? I always forget that. She's like, I'm like
You're my
grandmother, but
Yep.
But so that wasn't. Yeah, I'm not.
You're not her direct sire. No,
Sorry,
you are technically her grandma.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, you can go wherever you want. I just want to make sure that wherever you go is going to be secure because of what we've been dealing with. Does he need any extra wards on his haven?
We have 3 wards.
Do you need extra wards on your haven?
Oh, he's like, what all are you offering? You put up one for a vampire.
She put ghouls, vampires,
and spirits, right?
Yeah, and demons.
Oh no, it was the demons. That's
it was demons, not spirits. Yeah.
Ward versus demon.
Yeah, he says so. She's already done
those are
like
good.
This on my place.
Okay. All right, that's good.
And he has security cameras and all sorts of other things going on tech-wise.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I mean, so you own this place?
With the restaurant?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I'm getting the feeling that Dahlia hasn't talked about me much.
No. At all. I know of you. I don't know about you.
He says, okay. So I am an anarch. I came from Arizona. Stuff in Tucson's quite a big old mess. So I eventually just, when I got some money from my adoptive parents passing away, I decided to move.
What part of Arizona?
Tucson.
Oh, that's right. You just said that. Do I know if, out of character, I don't know if there is a good, or if there is an anarch community there. Is there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How was your guys' relationship with the Sabbat there? They're not too keen on anarchs in general.
No, they're not. They don't tend to come to town a whole lot. I don't know if it's because they don't really consider us a threat, or maybe they have bigger fish to fry, or they have beef with Elia.
Me. Elia?
No, Elia runs the hegemony in Tucson. She's some supernatural type. I don't know what she is, and most people didn't really poke around, but she kind of put her foot down and said that the hegemony is neutral ground for all. And nobody really seems to want to press her on it. So we've had some meetings there in the past, like with the Camarilla coming through, thinking they can set up shop and whatever have you. And in fact, I think
like here.
I think somebody from here had a meeting down there a while back with the Anarchs. I'm forgetting the name though.
Do you? Okay, I was gonna say, do you happen to recall who? Okay.
No, I just remembered that there was a big deal about it because some of the Anarchs were okay with it, some of them weren't, and I guess she ended up buying the old Tucson movie studio.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. Okay, and she knows that you came here then?
What's that?
She knows that you've migrated here then?
Who's she?
Elia or he? Sorry.
Elia? Oh, she's not an Anarch. I don't even think
Maybe
she's
I'm confused.
A vampire.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm sorry. I guess I'm confused out of character too then, because I don't understand.
Yeah, he did not claim any sort of political affiliation, just said she was some sort of supernatural that runs the hegemony.
Oh. Okay, and then they declared that the hegemony was the neutral ground. Okay.
Yep, was neutral ground.
Oh, okay. So who was your Baron in Tucson?
Remember how I said that it was a big old mess?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have one.
And it's still in Anarch City?
Yeah.
It hasn't been taken over yet?
Yeah, it's more like a bunch of fiefdoms and some Giovanni.
Oh. Okay.
Kind of gangland, I guess, would be a way to put it. Like, this person's got like that gas station and
so
the adjacent apartment complex, and then this person over here has got the Quickie Mart and Dollar General or something like it. It's like that.
So yes, you've got turfs. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Turfs. Perfect.
It's a different way to run a Anarch City, but
I didn't say it was
without
being
a
run.
baron. Oh, that's true, I suppose. Yeah.
It's just a big old mess. That's why I came up here when I heard all kinds of good things about Ashland.
There's still a lot of drama in Ashland.
There is.
At least we have a baron, me into some of it. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good. That definitely just the fact that Tucson's Anarch domain is lacking a leader is unfortunately, and I know it's not necessarily your problem, but that's a bit of a red flag because I feel like that leaves them open to being taken over by another faction.
True. But the Camarilla, anytime that they come down there, they get monkey stomped because like no one really seems to want them in town. Like
okay. So that's one thing everybody agrees on. Just no cam. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Are we good?
I mean, he's your boyfriend. I can't really say that I disapprove because, again, I'm not your parent. But so far, okay.
And Kyrene has just been quietly like listening and weighing the information that's been provided.
And Kyrene?
So she kind of leans in and looks at him. And then she sticks the pistol up into his nose. And he's like, and she says, if you harm her, I'm going to turn your head into a canoe.
Dahlia, just...
And he's like,
oh, goodness.
It's cool. Even Astro identifies with her. And she's like, okay, what the hell is an Astro? And he says, oh, it's a Amazon robot pet thing.
It's weird.
Which is legit. If you look
It's
up
his-
if you look up
Yeah.
Astro on Amazon, it's like this little robot dog thing.
Oh Lord.
I call it his robo roommate.
Oh, so it's not actually a roommate. It's
No.
mechanical
It's
pet.
yeah, it's a glorified Alexa.
It moves around,
Oh,
opens the door.
But it has security features added to it, like it has a camera it can raise, and it memorizes the layout of the house. It's cool. I got it for working for Amazon.
okay. Well, I hope it doesn't like record that stuff and is easily accessible by someone else who could figure out where you live and stuff.
Oh no, of course not.
'Cause I've heard about hacking in those devices. Just saying.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay. But she's right. If you do harm her, we're gonna come down on you like white on rice.
He's like, I get it. I totally get it. I'm sensing the parental vibe here.
Yep. Good luck.
And he says, so are we okay?
I don't have an issue with it for now.
And then Dahlia looks to Carrie.
And she's just like, okay.
Dahlia lets out a huge sigh of relief.
If you
It's
could
like-
breathe, yes.
In a week, they'll be like, when are you going to have grandkids?
Yeah.
That would be Damaris.
I need some
Yeah.
grandbabies.
When you gonna turn some grandkids, okay?
It'd be like Dexter's laboratory when his lab experiment went wrong, like I always do, and it aged him up to senior citizen age. And so Dee Dee kept coming up to him and go, Grandpa, I'm not Grandpa.
Yeah.
So that would be Damaris. It's like, Grandma, I'm not Grandma. I'm not Grandma. Yes.
Oh, I love that show.
Anyways, back in character. So
Yeah,
he says,
so-
okay, great. I'll give you my address so you guys know where it's at, and you can find us whenever.
Oh, I can find you. Don't worry.
Oh, is that the water thing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, she kind of mentioned something about like stirring.
You shouldn't
water
tell
or
him
something.
all my tricks. Jeez.
I didn't. I just told him what scrying was.
Yeah, that's called a trick. No. It's all right.
Okay. She hasn't told me anything else. I promise.
Mm-mm.
I'm not a scout, but Scout's honor.
All right. Well, it's good to have another anarch in the city. So.
Well, thanks. Did you guys have any other questions for Carlos?
No, not for now.
Okay.
Not, at least not right now.
Okay. So then you guys are doing that. Back over to the meeting where Sophie and Revis have stepped out, perhaps, or everybody else stepped out and gave them the room,
No.
which would probably be easier.
I'm going to be right back too. Sorry.
Sure.
Okay, I appreciate your patience as I've mulled over your offer. Here's what I think. Ultimately, this being an anarch city, I think this kind of a deal is a little too Camarilla for our operation here. You may notice that we have, we all operate as individuals here, and we're all treated as individuals. And part of that, I think, is that we don't have a lot of any one clan enough to have official clan stances.
Okay.
But my opinion on this is, I think you're welcome as individuals. I don't know that I'm comfortable giving you a number of your people that deserve to be here. If you're looking for some kind of a more permanent treaty kind of thing, I think that would have to be arranged with the Giovanni.
Okay, so basically what you're telling me is you don't have the authority to engage in this type of arrangement, correct?
I think it's not the right structure that we're trying to accomplish here in Ashland.
I would
You disagree?
probably have an opinion, but since you're leaving all of that blank and not saying what structure you're actually working with, but that's fine. It's fine. It is what it is, and that's perfectly acceptable.
However, I would like to offer, Ben has suggested, and I agree, that you have made yourself invaluable in the sense of your experience with the way that other factions work. That's an area that I have less experience with. And I think you would make a great emissary on behalf of Ashland if that's something that you would be interested in taking on.
I think I will consider your offer.
Yes, no need to
let me finish.
Answer right away. And we can
as
have
I understand it, and from the little that I understand about the structure, it is a position with almost no value normally. And if I was such a creature, you would probably have to define some of what you really expect from me.
Yes.
Because truthfully, as I understand it, and using this as an example this evening, I would have said, well, as an emissary with political leanings, and the Sabbat is one of those creatures, the way to go about dealing with Bastion would be if she was really honest about dealing away what's called an artifact, something that we're taking word for, and none of us has the ability to determine if it is or isn't, truthfully. That would be where you would start off, was with a political discussion about whether or not they are willing to deal with, quote unquote, the return of the artifact or not. They may not have even told anyone it's missing.
I've seen the artifact in question. I can tell you that it is extremely old, and the place where it was found had been shut up for a very long time. I think it was a Sinisi who held it, but I can't recall specifically. But to your point,
I think, going back to what you said, if you wanted me to fulfill that type of role, you're going to have to give me some outline on what that role is, because we just had a discussion on what you're uncomfortable with that looks like the Camarilla. And so if you're not happy with anything that looks like the Camarilla and you want me to operate as an emissary,
then we need
then
to
you have to give me something to work with.
define that what that. Well, okay. So for example, when we were in Portland, I noticed that you took it on yourself to handle the details of that Sabbat information that I offered to the prince. And I was very impressed by that initiative.
Truthfully, okay, let's go with truthfully. Truthfully, there are plenty of opportunities here, diplomatic or not. And if you want me to fulfill that role, then you also need to understand that I will have other roles that don't relate to that I also need to fulfill. They cannot conflict.
You're talking about roles with your clan?
Among others. As an example, donning an Anarch mantle as a Setite has liabilities.
Okay.
You have almost none of us within the Anarch realm currently. And that's because of a huge trust factor. We're speaking honestly. We'll speak honestly. Illustrations, plenty of what I heard here. And yet I did nothing to earn any of that. I was honest. I was forthright. I told the truth without exception, even when it wasn't popular. But how did that get me treated? We both know how it got me treated.
Okay.
Oh, that's not right.
So you provide me with some guidelines and some belief that it's going to be something that'll get paid attention to, I'll probably accept.
Okay. I will come up with some more specific details.
Excellent. Thank you. It's been lovely being your guest.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
All right. And now that there's a lull there for a second, thank you again for the lollygaggers for rating us for 37. Much appreciated. And then we got a bunch of follows in there. I can't go back and claim the names, but they're on the playback. So thank you very much, guys. Much appreciated. Okay, so we've gotten to almost everybody. So Persephone, Benjamin, and Remus. Anything else you're going to do to round out the night?
Let's see. So Ben would place a text to Detective Rumbus.
Okay.
And say effectively like two things. One, ever heard of someone calling themselves Wacy Romanowski? And two, how are the perps doing who were nabbed a few nights ago regarding the kidnapping?
Okay. So he sends you a text back and he says, yeah, no, we've heard of Wacy Romanowski. We received a notice 2 days ago letting us know he might be in the area. So they tend to update the Leos on individuals wanted by the law who are moving respectively into our towns or territories or counties. He says that fella you're asking about, he's got a bit of a rap sheet. Is there a reason why you're looking for him?
So with that, I'll go ahead and just place a call to him.
Okay.
Make the conversation easier and go, hey, detective. So, yeah, he's just kind of come across my radar. Effectively, I got my reasons. He's been a thorn in my colleagues' sides for a little bit. So trying to see if we can actually nab this guy once and for all seems to be pretty slippery.
He says, he says you would be absolutely correct. He says Mr. Romanowski was a known drug runner, running drugs through Lexington into parts of Missouri for the better part of 10, maybe 15 years. They're still working on that, but we can at least confirm at least 10 years. He's got a couple of other smaller crimes attached to his rap sheet, but he's also got caught up as a sex offender.
Yeah, I heard about that. Kids, right?
Correct.
Right. Okay, so does Ashland PD have any idea where he is now, or general area in Ashland?
None as of yet. We ended up receiving word from out of state saying that he might be in our vicinity, so most of the postings went out through Oregon. I can keep tabs on this if you would like, if we end up getting some sort of a hit somewhere.
That'd be great. Yeah, the moment you find out, let me know. I'll see what my people and I can do about him.
Absolutely. As for the others, they were apparently taken into federal custody. We don't have access to what exactly happened there, but we do know they're actually being held in a local jail facility for the time being before they're extradited.
Gotcha. So feds, man, did they have to just come in out of the woodwork, or were they waiting for him? Could you tell what was going on there?
Well, no, the U.S. Marshals stepped in.
Got it. Say no more. All right. I think that's all I got for you tonight, Detective. Yeah, so keep me posted on that Romanowski dirtbag, and I'll keep my ears to the ground as well.
Of course, of course. Enjoy your evening, Mr. Bender.
You too.
Boop. Okay, so Remus, as you are stepping out, Danny motions you off to the side.
Okay.
In the club. So he leans in when you approach, because it's loud music and ambiance of the crowd that's available, and he says, "Hey, Remus, do you mind if I ask you a question?"
Sure. Keep in mind kind of where we're at.
Oh, yeah. No, I get it. Costumes and whatnot. He kind of winks.
Yeah.
A bad term for the masquerade, but good enough.
Yeah.
So he says, did I do something wrong or something? Like, why I'm not in the in crowd? Because, like, I could have swore I could have helped more than any of that.
I don't. There's nothing that you've done that you should be worried about. This, honestly, with a lot of the stuff that we've been kind of dealing with, everybody's guards are a little up, and so I think because we weren't expecting you to be here, it caught us a little off guard.
Oh, gave goose flesh.
Yeah, and so I don't think anybody is rubbed the wrong way by you, or that you did anything you need to worry about. I think yeah, it's tricky. We're getting stuff situated, but you've been helpful to us in the past. We don't want you to. I'm sure we don't want you to feel like you've got it on our wrong side or anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's kind of the way it felt. I came walking in. I felt like the last fat kid in a dodgeball game.
No, I get it. But yeah, and I apologize for that. It's just
Shoot, what you apologizing for? I'm coming to you because you seem to be the most level-headed of everybody.
Uh,
Or what they call that, chill now? Is that what they say on the street? You chill?
that's probably not how I would describe it, but I understand what you mean. Um, but yeah, no, if and I'll let Sophie know, if or I'll check with her, and see if if there's anything. But I almost guarantee you that there's you're perfectly fine. It was you know everybody's, like you said, goose flesh.
Okay, because Ben said we could have a place at the table, and I figure in order to do that, we got to step up and do stuff. And I don't mean just send Skeeter over there to go help Henri with stuff, or
Mhm.
French froggy stuff, whatever that ends up being. But that's their business, working on leather and what have you. But no, I mean, when Damaris mentioned that the whole face thing, not like she's an ugly woman, but she wants to work done. Who am I to say otherwise, right? But like I could have done that.
Wait, and I'm kind of like take him over to a side. I'll be like, can you like, are you like a plastic surgeon? Is that like something you do? Like,
Oh, well, shoot, Remus, hell no. That I'd be like, well, okay, no correction. I could see where you may make that mistake. I am rolling in dough, but it ain't because no plastic surgery.
so you do the thing that like they were specifically talking about.
Yeah. The thing that they do without the plastic surgery and the that weird puffy Botox stuff, downright unnatural.
Ah, I honestly did not know that you did that.
The irony of unnatural in that statement.
What? With all the fuss everybody kind of made and the weirdness that they had when they first met, I figured they already knew about my kin.
Uh, man, you know what? It's possible that it probably slipped their mind, but you know what? If that is something that you feel like is uh, a skill that you would be willing to, like you said, bring to the table,
Well, hell yeah.
I'll
Of course I'll
yeah,
do that. Well, how do
I'll
you figure we make them well, I'll say this without sounding weird. We're talking about Ghostbusters, y'all. Them just like he just kind of says out loud, just like, them demon dog things that done chase down Rick Moranis.
yeah, I really liked those things in that movie, and I'm gonna kind of lean in and be like, wait, are you saying you make demon dogs? Wait, I'm
Well,
is it,
yeah, that's I hate to say it like this, but that's kind of what we've been bred for. That's what your kind had done to my kin, and so we kind of have those. This is dreadfully difficult in the midst of this club, but
do you want to go someplace like where we could talk about this, like maybe outside in private?
oh sure. How about I buy you King Cobra?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's a beer, son.
I don't really drink.
Okay, so he just places his hand on the back of your head and just kind of nods like you just said yes, sort of thing, because you didn't
Oh.
say no really loud, and so he just kind of walks with you over towards where the drinks, where the bar is basically at.
Okay.
So it's a little further, away from the rest of the crowds and whatnot, and so he just orders the drink for himself. They don't have King Cobra here because King Cobra is piss. It's below PBR.
Oh, okay. Well, George also doesn't really drink, so.
Oh no, that's fine. You are not missing anything.
Yeah, and honestly, this is not the date that Remus thought he would have tonight. But sure.
Yeah. So and so he's just like, and so then he leans in with his body kind of leaned in a little bit, so it blocks, ambience a little bit from the rest of the club, and he says, "Yeah, that's. I figured you knew all about the Bradaviches."
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. My there's a lot of stuff I don't know in terms of like I actually don't know a lot about like I know that I've heard the most I've heard about
That
the
weed people,
Bradoviches.
right?
Huh?
That wheat people.
That was brought up, but I had also heard that like you had essentially been mistreated by
Oh well, so
other
long as that's
groups.
used in the same frame of reference, yeah, that's typically what happens. We're kind of me and my kin are typically what you would call, well, let's call what it is, slaves in most
Yeah,
cases.
yeah, and I it doesn't make up for it, but I truly think that that is awful, and I hope that we can promise you and your family a better anything than what you've been through.
Well,
Um,
I appreciate that, Remus. See, I knew I came the right person to talk to. You're a right
uh,
civil and proper gentleman. Thank you very much.
Thank you. My mother raised me right.
Yeah, but she apparently did. I used to could have your type of manners, but I might could again.
Who knows? Maybe you'll pick up some stuff, and maybe I'll pick up some stuff.
Oh, wouldn't that be a thing, huh?
Yeah. But yeah. So demon dogs.
Oh, yeah. But it's close enough. Y'all usually call them like hellhounds.
Hellhounds. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I take it
Nah.
you ain't never seen no Zamisi creations now, have you?
No.
Oh, son.
Yeah.
Woo. You all got to come down to the house sometime. I'll show you
You
a
know.
real good time.
You know what? I think after this, I think I'm gonna have to. I think I need to kind of I want to see what you have like what I kind of I want to see one of these things. It's
Is that why they wanted the chimp?
That is exactly where they wanted the jump.
Oh, that's awful.
And Lily Bear never find out that he could have done this.
well, if you were trying to avoid the country, you probably should have not gone to the Brodoviches because he would have turned you into like
Dolly
Daisy Duke or
Parton.
something. Yeah. Howdy.
Just saying, like, yeah, you might get the wish knock off of that. Just don't.
And so he said, and Remus, since we're being all friendly, like,
I think I'm delayed.
Can I ask you a bit of a question here, real quick, outside of what we're talking about?
Sure, if it's something I can answer.
Oh, well, I think you can't. So that new girl with the red hair, she seemed to be doting on Benjamin, but ain't Benjamin already got a person?
Uh,
She was like this, the goth girl, like dressed in all black.
yeah,
Looked like she was the chromatic enemy of Rainbow Bright.
Did Rainbow Bright have a goth enemy?
Actually, they did, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
They were mostly grays, I think.
Yeah, Remus is only 18. I don't think he was old enough to know what Rainbow Bright is.
I heard Rambo Bright, and that wasn't the right picture in my head.
I lost 2 people, so I had to back out.
Oh, no worries.
So what did Remus say?
So what she got? So what he got 2 girls now?
It is.
I mean, I ain't hating if he does, because last girl got more yams and Christmas hams.
Okay, you're gonna have to explain that phrase to me.
Oh, she got a badonkadonk, son.
More yams than Christmas hams.
Booty.
Okay.
Oh my!
You're saying the previous girl did, but not this one?
Well, she was sitting down. They didn't get a good look.
Oh.
I didn't think it was right proper to go like Ask her to stand up so I can stay her.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. It's super complicated. I don't know if I can really. I'm gonna text Ben.
Okay.
I'm gonna be and I'm gonna say, Ben, I don't know. Like, wait, hold on. What's Did I write down his name? Danny. Okay, good. I was gonna say Danny doesn't know about Seth. Is it okay to tell him? Question mark. Wanted to double check before I spoke out of turn, or should I just tell him to ask you?
Ben texts back. Make sure you tell him privately, of course. Make it simple. Let him know it needs to be private forever.
All right. I'll send. I'll say, Roger. All right, and so I'll kind of lean in to Danny, and I'll say, God, it's such a weird thing. I'll be like, this is an absolute secret. You don't this is not something we can talk about. To any other people.
Oh yeah. It ain't never gonna appear on No Jeopardy questions.
Okay, good.
You.
Okay. Those two people are the same. It's
for real? Oh, and
yeah.
He slaps the table. I bet you that Isadora did that, didn't she?
I honestly don't know who did that work. You're gonna learn talking to me is that there's a lot of stuff that I don't know about. I try to keep to myself a lot these days.
What?
So
all right.
Yeah.
Well, why then I tell you what? We will share whatever we have with you, and come this time next week, we'll have you farting through silk.
Farting through silk. Hold on. I need to be writing down these.
A slang dictionary with him. Countryisms.
Yeah, he needs a book of how to speak Rodovich.
More yams than Christmas ham. I'm actually writing this down because next time we play, when Remus is like, "Howdy, y'all, we ready to talk?"
He says, "No, for real though. You don't got nothing. You don't know how. Then you just come on down. We'll fill you in with whatever we know. You being right kind and all. I think you get a kick out of them hellhounds. Whew!
I'm very interested to see what that is about. Are they? I'm assuming they're good guard dogs.
Oh, best kind of guard dogs you done ever seen.
Okay.
There's a reason why they keep our kin around.
Why they keep what around?
They keep our kin around. It's what we do best. We're breeders that way.
Is that something you do? Have you been selling those to people in town?
Selling?
Yes, actually.
Selling? Hell no, we ain't selling nothing like that, no son. No goodness. That's that costume question we talked about earlier on. We don't do that sort of thing. Unless you're a part of that religious faction your kind tends to go to that says to hell with the Hail Marys sort of thing, if you follow. They'll use them every which way. They don't care about no costume rule.
Yeah, I see you. But the ones that you make, you're not they're not distributed to other people in the party, the costume party. You know what I mean? Do you get what I mean?
Oh, you mean like others like you or whatnot? Oh,
yeah,
sure, of course.
Okay,
we do that sort of thing.
Okay.
Trudy wants one.
Can we do that to Dozer?
Damaris 100% wants a hellhound.
I'm thinking about getting one to keep my when we get the compound ready, having one just as an extra level of Yeah.
I love
I'm thinking,
Haley isn't here
Dude,
anymore,
at this
and now you
point,
guys are talking about converting her dog.
Yeah, that's perfect timing.
Perfect.
I
timing.
need some sort of guard dog, and a hellhound would be good for this at this point. So yeah, it's gonna happen.
yeah.
Carlos said no pets.
Oh. Well, you have a robo one.
I do have a robo.
Yeah, just install Apple software on him, and he'll be in.
Actually,
Hellhound.
he has the Samuel L. Jackson voice pack.
Dude.
Oh gosh, yes, he does.
Oh my god.
So when she asked him to turn on the movie, he's just like, "It's my duty to please that booty."
Oh my!
It was hilarious.
It says, mother effer every other word.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Yeah, I think it would be. Yeah, I think a visit would be in order if y'all don't mind.
Oh no, of course not at all. We, in fact, we'll even make sure we get your kind of what the hell they call it here. Oh, allergen-free menu.
Oh, thank you.
Like
You
if
don't
you
have
got
to.
any particulars or whatnot, we'll try and make that special order.
Yeah, you don't have to go out of your way for me. I don't want to be a. I don't want to.
Oh hell no, son! That's what we do in the South. You come on over and we break everything out. Of course, you got dietary restrictions and all, but kids will eat anything else. And in fact, Ellie Elise have been trying to make that bunt cake that we got brought over last time. So I think she's going to try that, but with pineapple. So I figure we just give that to kids.
Okay. Should I bring anything?
Oh, if you want to, I ain't gonna say no.
Okay, but like, what would be? This is my first time bringing anything over to somebody's house. Like, what kind of? Like, what should I bring?
Oh, you asking me for advice on something like that?
Well, no, I'm asking what would you like if I was going to bring something as like a gift, like as a thank you.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you bring me over some of that Guinness?
Guinness. Okay.
Yeah, it's that Irish thick old lager sort of thing.
Okay.
It's stout and it's good.
Okay. Is that it? I can get you.
Oh shoot, that's all. No, we ain't gonna hit you up for nothing. You were a guest in our house, so you just come on over, and bring the beer, and we'll show you good old time. Hey, maybe we get some of them hellhounds up on hooch, huh?
Wait. Wait, you can get them drunk?
Son, they ain't they're still an animal. They act all kinds of funny when you give them some moonshine, let me tell you.
It's you've got these horrifying creatures, but then like you're also getting them drunk. Interesting.
Oh yeah, oh hell yeah. But you gotta be fast too. You gotta slap them and then run.
Oh goodness.
It sounds like there's a lot of action going on at the Brodovich home.
Oh, there is now since we got some of those pets up and around. It takes a bit to get them going. You got to find the right breed. Got to make sure you train them up proper. Then you got to give those modifications. So it all takes right. You do it too early and they just walk around like old gimp. Last time we had one, all he could do was just turn left circles. I swear he was like the NASCAR hellhound.
Okay, name him Dale Earnhardt.
No, we had to euthanize him, but that would have been a good name.
Oh, okay. Is this like a? You know what? I think I'll save those questions for when I come over and visit.
Hey, why don't you just as they come to you, you write them down, or you text, or maybe you just write them down. I answer whatever questions you have, whichever which way.
Okay. I don't think I have your number. Let's exchange numbers.
Oh, we will fix that right now. And so he, pulls up his phone and shows you his number.
Okay. I'll get it and I'll send him a text from my phone so he has my number.
All right. All right. Well, listen, Rebus, it was good chatting you up. Thank you very much for allaying my concerns, and we'll set that party up sometime soon. You just let me know.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you you coming to me and talking this stuff out. Yeah, if you ever have any concerns, or if if there's something, and I'll try to, I'll talk with Sophie about about this situation and kind of see if we can get you treated
Oh, I
proper.
didn't mean to make no waves. I apologize.
No, no.
I just think maybe it was a misunderstanding. I don't know. It feels like we could do more. We could do more for the city if we were utilized.
Yeah. No, I understand. Yeah. So we'll make plans to for me to visit. We'll kind of we'll go from there.
All right then.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
he slaps you on the back, like a hearty slap sort of thing. He's got quite a bit of muscle, so it's like when he
Okay.
hits, it's like boom. It's like whoa, that was like a bin slap,
Okay.
sort of thing.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm really strong too. Like, so do I move? Like,
Yeah, I'm just saying, impact wise, you
oh
felt
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. I'll slap him on the back appropriately.
Like, okay, so slap him on the back, so he gives you a really firm handshake then.
Okay. Yeah.
And so he looks at his phone. He's, oh damn, Steelers down again. And he goes walking out. And that is where we're going to stop for the evening. We are right at or a little past 3 hours. Thank you again for everybody who hung out with us to game. Our next game is actually coming up tomorrow night at 6 p.m. It's a Marvel Superheroes game. We are dealing with some cross-dimensional capers there. Then next week on Wednesday, we have at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we have Cyberpunk. On Thursday of next week at 7 p.m., we have Street Fighter, the storytelling game, which is also based off of the White Wolf system.
Street Fighter!
Street Fighter! Yeah. And then the following Saturday, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, we have Ashland by Night Blood Ties, which is a game that's set in the same universe as this. And that is at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please tune in, check it out. Thank you again for everybody who followed us. And I had a great time tonight. I hope we see you guys again soon. Good night, guys.
Not all.
Bye.